Hello everyone, Jonas here with another shoutcast for you. Before I start the game, I just want to say happy Memorial Day to everybody, and thank you for those that have served in the military and are serving in the military too. It's much appreciated from me, and I'm sure from everybody else as well. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a great day. But let's go ahead and get back to the game. We are going to have VPImyt, our Protoss player from VP Gamers, down the bottom right corner. The top left corner, we're going to have Jugan, our Terran player. And it is going to be a Terran vs Protoss match. Jugan, I don't know much about him. He's actually going to be a High Masters player. Just the player that sent this to me wanted me to post it, so that's why I have it actually up and going right now. He said it was going to be a very good game. VPImyt, I know much about VPImyt. VPImyt is actually a very good Protoss player. He's a very High Masters Protoss player. He's going to be going to MLG. The MLG's coming up here, and also hopefully Ford going to a lot of more events, a lot of events forwarding on. That does not make any sense, but we're gonna keep on going. I just woke up, so give me a break. But anyways, yeah, definitely look out for VPImyt. He's gonna be a very good Protoss player, and he definitely sends me a lot of replays. Kind of told you who sent this to me from there, but hey, you don't know who wins. He could lose, he could win. Players send me their losses and they send me their wins too. So, but anyways, yeah, so as you guys know, thank you, VPImyt, for sending me those replays. I do appreciate it. Keep on doing that for me. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. And for those that actually haven't sent me replays, please go ahead. I actually do cast for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're a low level player or high level player or mid-range. I'll actually look at all of the replays, and if I think it's worth casting, I will. And if I need to make a tutorial video out of it, I would do that too as well. So just because it's low tier doesn't mean you can't send me replays, because I will watch it. And if I don't post it, I'll send you an email back telling you what I think you should improve on, or what I'm looking at for to cast a replay. I'm here for you guys. I'm here for my fans. So I wouldn't be this far with all the subscribers I have. Well, it means I think I have a lot of subscribers for myself, which is reaching about 500. I started this, I only had about 13, so I'm making progress. But anyways, we are going to get back into the game. I kind of sidetracked there with a little rant that I had to go off on. I know a lot of you guys are like, don't do that, wait till after the game and go ahead and pay attention to the game. Well, sorry. But anyways, we are going to see Jugan. He's going to be inside VPImyt's base. It's going to have his SCV. He's going to be able to scout around. He does have a Zealot after him, though. He needs to be very careful not to lose his scouting SCV early on. 2 gateways down for VPImyt, and he's going to be working on that warp gate technology as well. Jugan over here on the other side of the map, he's going to be going for his factory. And he does have this walled out. The choke is all walled up, which is not a bad thing to do. It does do a few things for you. The first thing is obviously deny scouting purposes. You can't get a probe inside here if your Terran player's walled up. And also, it makes it a little bit more defensive, so you can actually, block attacks early on, especially if the Protoss player decides to bring a few Zealots into your base early on. Well, if you have it blocked off, he's not going to be able to get in. Starport going down for Jugan, so he's going to 1-1-1 build, and we are going to see 2 refineries going down for Jugan here, so he has plenty of gas. Probably going to see some nice little Banshees on the field. Definitely starting to get very popular against Protoss. We do see VPImyt actually throwing a proxy pylon down outside the base of Jugan, so maybe possibly going to get some proxy stalkers or zealots and put some early pressure on. We'll just have to wait and see if he actually utilizes that or not. Zealot and a Sentry making its way across the map, so he definitely is going to be utilizing this proxy pylon, putting some early pressure on. He's going to have a really hard time getting inside the base, though, because this is going to be completely blocked off. And this is very interesting to see 2 starports going down for Jugan here. Usually you don't see this, especially, I mean, we'll have to see how he actually uses these starports, but 2 starports is kind of overkill, just because you don't really need to pump out too much stuff on these starports. I mean, just getting... Anyways, we're going to have an attack here. VPImyt's going to be killing a lot of Marines. Actually going to be able to get into the base. This is not good for Jugan at all. Jugan's going to have to force to pull some SCVs off. He does have some Hellions to join up in the mix, but he's going to lose a few SCVs here, and a lot of damage going down, but there goes a force field that kind of blocks off the SCVs from attacking. and Emmett's going to lose the Stalker outside, but he's doing a great job destroying a lot of SCVs, which is going to help out quite a bit, puts him ahead in the economy quite a bit as well. And we are going to see these Stalkers finally get finished off by these Hellions in the back and also these Marines in the bunker. And if we look at the workers lost there, workers killed for Emmet, he killed 9 workers there. So he did pretty good damage with that army. Units lost here, 1,000 minerals were lost for Emmet there. So he did lose a few minerals there, but he did lose a lot of the economy for Jugan there. If we look at the economy right now, it's going to be 780 to 580. We are going to see him a little bit ahead, Jugan here, because he does have the mule out. Look at that probe count, 18 probes to 18 SCVs. So Jugan's going to be behind on the SCV count by a lot. And not only that, we have Emmet actually expanding off of that attack. So he's up 2 bases to 1 now. And his economy is going to be, I'm scared to look at that right now, 1,000 to 600 right now is the actual economy. So that attack helped him quite a bit. And we do have some Hellions inside the base of Emmet here. 3 Hellions dropping inside, and they might be able to do a lot of damage here. They don't have the pre-igniter yet, so these are just orange Hellions, not blue flamed. And did he kill a few workers there? He did kill 9 workers. Actually, I think it was... he's killing more somehow. Up here at the top, he has a Banshee up here. So he's doing a lot of economic damage there to Emmet. 13 workers killed. So he did actually kind of even that out a little bit. If we look at the actual workers now, it's going to be 21 to 30 now. So it's going to be pretty even there, and he's going to stop all mining on his expansion here. So he has to deal with this actual Banshee. And definitely a very good attack there. It forces Emmet to actually build some cannons in the back and get a lot of observers out. He's getting 2 observers out now. So definitely a very good attack and harassment. So harassment from both players so far, doing a great job. Jugan is actually going to finally expand over at his natural here, and he's going to be able to start to saturate this here very shortly. A couple Banshees out on the field, going to take out this proxy pylon, but they are going to be able to make a way across the map. They do have cloak, as you could tell earlier on in the game, and it's going to be interesting to see what exactly, what type of harassment he can do. There are a few stalkers up on the expansion, and he does have a cannon on his main base, so it's fairly well protected. We are going to see Emmet actually work on his armor upgrade, gets that one armor. It's about 50% done, pumping out a lot of stalkers, and these Banshees are going to come in here, and it looks like they're splitting up possibly, and they're going to get together now. Looks like he was going to do a 2-pronged attack, but looks like he's just going to go for a 1, and going for the expansion since he is up here on the high top ground here. In the main base, we are going to see those 2 actually tech labs up and a reactor on this factory, so he's probably going to do a swap there so he can start to get some medevacs out. And here comes the harassment. This is going to be, I don't know if he's going to do much damage. He does destroy 1 worker there. 1 stalker does go down, but he's going to lose the Banshee. Or, yep, 1 Banshee does go down. And he definitely doesn't want to lose his Banshees because they're very, very expensive units. And he's just poking around, and he's going to come in here and pick off another probe in the actual simulator. That's a very good choice because a lot of players will forget to put their workers back on that simulator, and you will be actually mining off of like 1 or 2 probes, which is very annoying. At this point, only 1 probe is in that simulator there. And he's going to back away before losing those Banshees, so he only lost 1 Banshee, so not that bad of a exchange there, since he is going to force Emmet to be playing off guard there, and forcing him to get a lot of defensive plays up. We are going to see Blink actually being researched, and also a Templar Archives on the way for Emmet. So he's definitely going with the high tech there. Going to have some Storm on the field, which is a very nice choice. These Banshees over here in the corner here are being scouted by this observer on top of them, but we are going to see him not go in there and chase them away. So they're just going to sit here. Finally, he goes to decide to go over here, and he's going to be able to pick these off probably. 1 Banshee goes down, the other one is close to going down as well. It does survive with a couple hit points there. He tried to cloak them, but that observer was right on top of them. Attack 1 being researched as well for Emmet, and finally we see some upgrades out of our Terran player. He is getting that combat shields and stim pack, and that's a lot of tech labs on his barracks there. No reactors. Well, there was 1 reactor there, so definitely going with a nice little bio mixture there with Marines and Marauders. one medevac, even a Raven out as well, and a few Banshees on the field. And both players are going to take their third expansions, or third base, 2 expansions now for both players being started on either side of the map here. Storm on the way, about 20% done. A very, very good ability against Terran, especially the Terran that decides to go bio. It can rip apart a Marine and Marauder army very easily, especially with no upgrades, which you see there is none. If we look at the worker count now, it's going to be 39 to 53 in favor of Emmet by a lot there. The economy is going to be in his favor, possibly. It's going to be kind of in Jugan's favor right now because I'm sure there's a few mules on the field. They just died, so we're going to see that economy probably go down. Come on there. It's even out there now a little bit there. But it's going to be a pretty even there. But, I mean, 43 to 58 is the worker count. Going to be in favor of Jugan there. But he is going to be able to start to saturate his third first before Emmet's able to saturate his third. And we are going to see Cloak for his Ghost. So we are going to see some EMP action coming out. And stem pack almost completed there. I'm sure we'll see a timing attack once that ghost, once he gets some ghost out possibly. And it's going to be interesting to see. The army for Emmet is mixed of stalkers and zealots and a few high templars in there that have storm and feedback. But that storm is going to be very vital, and possibly a drop coming over across the map here from Emmet here with the War Prism. What is he going to do? It'd be interesting to see here. Kind of just chilling out, not really doing anything with that. Concussion shell on the way as well for our Terran player. He's going to actually use that Warp Prism to warp in some High Templar. So High Templar drop coming across the map here very shortly. And both players just macroing up at this point. Worker count starting to kind of even out a little bit there, 50 to 68, but 3 mules out. So if you look at the economy, it's going to be about even there. I mean, we are going to see Emmet a little ahead, but this is not updated. That mineral count is annoying. It doesn't really update properly, in my opinion. Maybe I'm just a noob and don't know how it works. But anyways, we are going to see that attack 2 come out for Emmet here. So he is definitely doing a great job with his upgrades. I would like to see some upgrades from Jugan, because his army is going to be ripped apart if he pushes out against this army of 1-1 against Storm as well. And he isn't even finally throwing some engineering bays down. He really needs to get those up and running so he can get some upgrades out, because he can be very, very effective if he has some upgrades. Here comes the Storm, and he's going to be able to pick off a lot of workers. Oh my goodness. 18 kills so far, and that number's just going to be coming up here. 20 kills now. So doing a great job with that Storm, being very annoying, and that's what you need to do. Just keep up on the harassment, keep your player on his toes, and you can actually force him to stay in his base, to play defensively. Even throwing some turns up to try to block this Storm from happening. So I mean, definitely Emmet keeping him on his toes. Finally, we see some upgrades coming out of our Terran player Jugan. He's going to do the 1 attack and also the 1 armor upgrade. So these are going to have a little bit more upgrades, possibly. Charge coming out for Emmet as well. Very scary army, but I mean, if we look at the other side, that's a very scary army too. So both players are going to have an epic battle here very shortly, I'm sure, once they decide to attack each other. We are going to see both players just doing a great job keeping up on their bases, keeping up with their expansions. They're both tied right now. The economy is going to be about even, about 1900 minerals per minute for each player. And we do see Jugan actually banking a lot of minerals there. He's up to about 1,000 minerals, which, I don't know, he's not maxed out yet. That's a lot of minerals to be banking up on. He needs to build some more barracks, I would think. He's only up to 4 barracks at this point in the game. He's throwing 2 more down finally, but he definitely needs to get his tech buildings up and going. That way he can actually reinforce his army faster, because once his army dies, a Protoss player can reinforce so fast with his gateways, especially if he has a few, which he does. Look at all those gateways in his base. So, I mean, once his army dies, Emmet's army dies, you can just warp in a bunch of units. Especially what I've noticed is once your army attacks against a Protoss and he destroys 50, 60 zealots come on the field and just annihilates you, especially if you don't have those marauders on the field. But here comes Jugan pushing across the map. He does have a few EMPs in this mix as well, so Ghost on there with Cloak. Be interesting to see how he actually uses these Ghosts here. And it looks like he is going to push the Ghost up first and get an EMP off possibly. And there's no Observer. Oh, the Observer is on there. And one EMP, two EMPs gets down. So these decent EMPs. His army is too cluttered though. These storms can really destroy his army. In the choke, there goes the storm. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. And this army is just getting annihilated from that storm. He did do a lot of damage, but there goes the warp in with all those zealots, like I was saying before. And these zealots are going to be able to charge right in there and do a lot of damage to his army. Archon's actually coming into the mix as well. And trying to micro the best he can to get a lot of damage done. Reinforcing this as well with some stim. But there's just too many zealots in this mix, unfortunately, for Jugan. Jugan trying to get back as much as he can. And on the same time, we are going to see a storm drop going down on the top of his base. So we are going to see Emmett doing a great job multitasking. There goes the storm. All those SCVs to get destroyed. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of damage. I'm going to say about 16, 17 workers were killed there. 35 to 20 is the workers lost now. Emmett doing a great job with the third kill and 35 workers. And that army size is going to be about 99 to 144 in favor of Emmett now. Emmett taking a commanding lead after that attack. It was looking kind of promising there for Jugan there when he attacked, but his army was all together. Got some perfect EMPs off, but he needed to spread out a little bit more. Fighting that choke against a Protoss player with Storm is not a good idea at all. And now it's going to have, like I was saying earlier, he didn't have that many barracks up, so reinforcing this army is going to be a very big problem. And for Emmett, it's going to be very easy to actually reinforce this because he has all those actual gateways. And still, some more storm going down for Emmett. They're destroying a lot of workers, and we do see an attack for Jugan coming here, but this is not looking good at all for him. He's losing a lot of Marauders and Marines. All the Zealots do finally die. There goes a storm, decent storm there on top of this army. But these Zealots are doing their job, backing up these Stalkers that basically are destroying this army. But I think he's going to be able to hold this off there. And he does. He is able to hold it off and able to destroy these Archons as well. But I'm sure we're going to see a big army being warped in, yes. And we even see a Colossus join up in the mix as well with no Vikings in the field. And there goes Jugan leaving the game without a GG. And we are going to see Emmett actually take this game. So very good game. I actually enjoyed the harassment from both players, but we did see Emmett was able to harass a little bit better with his storm drops and just showing how effective storm can be if used correctly. And also just basically the turning point was over here with his army all cluttered together, and 2 or 3 storms basically destroyed that whole army, and we had Emmett able to warp in more units a lot more effectively than Jugan with only the few barracks he had. But I hope you enjoyed that game. I know I did. And once again, have a happy Memorial Day. And I hope you keep on watching, guys. Thanks for watching.